Today's topic is all about coronavirus. First described in detail in the 1960s. The coronavirus gets its name from a distinctive corona or crown of sugary proteins that projects from the envelope surrounding the particle. The virus wearing killed a lot people, so what is coronaviruses? Coronaviruses are a family of viruses known for containing strains that cause potentially deadly diseases in mammals and birds. In humans they're typically spread via airborne droplets of fluid produced by infected individuals. Some rare but notable strains, including Wuhan coronavirus 2019 nCoV, and those responsible for severe acute respiratory syndrome (SARS) and Middle East respiratory syndrome (MERS), can cause death in humans. First described in detail in the 1960s, the coronavirus gets its name from a distinctive corona or crown of sugary proteins that projects from the envelope surrounding the particle. Encoding the virus's makeup is the longest genome of any RNA-based virus, a single strand of nucleic acid roughly 26,000 to 32,000 bases long. There are 4 known genuses in the family, named alpha coronavirus, beta coronavirus, gamma coronavirus, and delta coronavirus. The first 2 only infect mammals, including bats, pigs, cats, and humans. Gamma coronavirus mostly infects birds such as poultry, while delta coronavirus can infect both birds and mammals. What are the symptoms of a coronavirus? Coronaviruses can give rise to a variety of symptoms in different animals. While some strains cause diarrhea in pigs and in turkeys, most of the time infections can be compared to a bad cold, causing mild to moderate upper respiratory problems, such as a runny nose and sore throat. There are a handful of lethal exceptions, which have had a devastating impact on livestock and human health around the globe. Wuhan coronavirus 2019 nCoV was first identified in the Chinese city of Wuhan in 2019. At the time of writing, numbers of infected are still on the rise, with a number of deaths having been reported. Snakes have been suspected as a potential source for the outbreak, though other experts currently consider this as unlikely. Severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS-CoV. SARS was first recognized as a distinct strain of coronavirus in 2003. The source of the virus has never been clear, though the first human infections can be traced back to the Chinese province of Guangdong in 2002. The virus then became a pandemic, causing more than 8,000 infections of an influenza-like disease in 26 countries with close to 800 deaths. Middle East respiratory syndrome, MERS-CoV. MERS was first identified in Saudi Arabia in 2012. In people displaying symptoms of fever, cough, shortness of breath, and occasionally gastrointestinal problems such as diarrhea. An animal source for the virus has never been officially confirmed, though evidence points to dromedary camels as a potential reservoir of infection. The World Health Organization has identified around 2,500 cases of infection in 27 countries since initial outbreaks, resulting in nearly 860 deaths. Watch this video from the World Health Organization.
In December 2019, there was a cluster of pneumonia cases in China. Investigations found that it was caused by a previously unknown virus, now named the 2019 novel coronavirus. In this video, we'll take a quick look at what's currently known about the virus. Keep in mind that this is a new virus, and what's known about the virus now might change in the future. Coronaviruses are a large group of viruses. They consist of a core of genetic material surrounded by an envelope with protein spikes. This gives it the appearance of a crown. Crown in Latin is called corona, and that's how these viruses get their name. There are different types of coronaviruses that cause respiratory and sometimes gastrointestinal symptoms. Respiratory disease can range from the common cold to pneumonia, and in most people, the symptoms tend to be mild. However, there are some types of coronaviruses that can cause severe disease. These include the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, first identified in China in 2003, and the Middle East respiratory syndrome coronavirus that was first identified in Saudi Arabia in 2012. The 2019 novel coronavirus was first identified in China. It initially occurred in a group of people with pneumonia who'd been associated with a seafood and live animal market in the city of Wuhan. The disease has since spread from those who were sick to others, including family members and healthcare staff. There are many cases at present, and the disease has spread within China and also to a number of other countries. So, where did the virus come from? It's known that coronaviruses circulate in a range of animals. Sometimes these viruses can make the jump from animals to humans. This is called a spillover and could be due to a range of factors such as mutations in the virus or increased contact between humans and animals. For example, MERS-CoV is known to be transmitted from camels and SARS-CoV from civet cats. The animal reservoir of the 2019 novel coronavirus is not known yet. How is it transmitted? The exact dynamics of how the virus is transmitted is yet to be determined. In general, respiratory viruses are usually transmitted through droplets created when an infected person coughs or sneezes, or through something that has been contaminated with the virus. People most at risk of infection from the novel coronavirus are those in close contact with animals, such as live animal market workers, and those who are caring for people infected with the virus, such as family members or healthcare workers. So, how does the disease present? Well, from what is known so far, there can be a number of symptoms ranging from mild to severe. There can be fever and respiratory symptoms such as cough and shortness of breath. In more severe cases, there's been pneumonia, kidney failure, and death. The mortality rate is not known yet. How can we tell whether someone is infected? The infection can be diagnosed by a test called PCR, or polymerase chain reaction. This test identifies the virus based on its genetic fingerprint. There's currently no specific medication for the virus, and treatment is supportive care. There's currently no vaccine to protect against the virus. Treatment and vaccines are in development. How do we prevent transmission of the virus? This new virus currently has a limited geographic spread. However, there are a number of standard hygiene practices that have been recommended to protect against infection and further spread. These include covering your mouth and nose when coughing or sneezing with a medical mask, tissue, or flexed elbow, avoiding close contact with those who are unwell, the appropriate use of masks and personal protective equipment, especially in a healthcare setting, washing hands regularly with soap and water, or alcohol-based hand rub. Actions that can be taken to prevent infection from an animal source include avoiding unnecessary unprotected contact with animals, washing hands after contact with animals or animal products, and ensuring that animal products are cooked thoroughly before they're consumed. It's important to stay home if you're feeling unwell, but if you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early and share your previous travel history with your healthcare provider. That's a quick look at this emerging infectious disease. Given that this outbreak is evolving rapidly, what's known about this virus can change. Please check the websites below for the most up-to-date information.
Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you all in my next video.